show you how to create an upsell for your freebie. Okay, so if you are a online entrepreneur, a digital creator, whatever you like to call yourself, a blogger, you probably have a freebie that you like to offer to your customers, right? Or your clients or potential customers. And when we have a freebie in a funnel, it's really great option if you have an upsell to that freebie. And so people get your freebie and then they go to your upsell page and they're like, oh, hey, yeah, maybe I want this too. So I'm going to show you how to do that today inside of Subtrio, which is the best high-level white label that you can get. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is come over here on the left-hand side, and we are going to click on Sites. And that's going to bring us to our funnels page. Okay. And I already have a test freebie funnel set up, so we're going to use that to work with, okay? So let me show you what this looks like real quick. This is just a basic, literally basic. I just added a picture, some text, and a form, okay? And so when someone fills out this form and clicks the submit button, it would just take them to a thank you page that, say, hey, thanks for signing up for our freebie, okay? So if you already have a freebie set up, which you should, this tutorial is just on how to do the upsell, just go into that funnel, and that is where we need to get started, okay? All right, so next we want to create the upsell page. All right, so we're going to click on add new step. Now, let's call this the test freebie upsell page. Make sure you give it a good slug. Test freebie upsell. Okay, then we're going to create the funnel step. All right, and now we can choose whether we want to use an existing page that we already have created or a template, or if we want to start from scratch. Okay, so for this example, I'm going to go ahead and use an existing page. So if you already have your product sales page created, I would go ahead and just use that. It'll make it'll save you time. So I'm going to choose use existing, and then it's going to be from our funnel, and let me just pick a product here. Okay. And so you pick the funnel that your product is in, okay? And then you choose which step you want it to be. So this is going to be the page, the sales page. So I want that one, and I'm going to click import. Now it's not going to do anything to the other funnel you have set up for this product, like alone. It's just going to import all that information into this funnel as well. Okay, so let's view that real quick. Okay, so this is just my funnel sales page. So let's go in and edit that. Now, if you're doing this as an upsell page, I would probably put something up at the top here that says like, hey, thanks for grabbing our free resource. Here's something else you might like, and then go into the sales page. Okay, so that's what I would put at the top up here. And then this should already be set up to, okay, yeah, so it's set up to go to the next step. So let's go ahead and click on save and publish, and let's go back out to our funnel. Okay, so now we need to connect our freebie landing page to our upsell page. So let's go to our freebie landing page and click on edit, and I'm going to edit it in a new tab so it's easier for me to work with. You can edit it in the same tab, that's fine. All right, so now you need to come down to your form, and you need to work on this form submission button right here, okay? So click on your form and come over here on the right-hand side and see where it says button actions. Right now it's set to use actions from the form builder, and that's not what we want it to do. We want it to go to the next step. So let's click on next step, okay? And click on save and publish. And let's go back out. Okay. Now we need to move our upsell page to the step that's right below our landing page. Okay, that way whenever somebody clicks submit on our freebie form, it's going to automatically direct them to the upsell page. Now we need to make one other thank you page. So let's add a step. And then we're going to connect this all together, okay? And then our little box is going to pop up again, and we need to name this page. So this is going to be our test freebie upsell thank you page. And again, we need to make a good path for it. Test freebie upsell TY. Okay? That way, because when you're inside of your Subtrio or other HighLevel account, you can see when you go into a contact's information, you can see on the right-hand side their actions, and it shows you which websites or funnels that they used to access you. And so you want to be able to tell easily from your funnel URL what they're talking about. So if you just had like funnel underscore 52793, unless you keep track of it with just numbers, it would be really hard, right? Okay, so make sure you assign your path names correctly, something that you can remember. Okay, create funnel step. Okay, so this is going to be our upsell thank you page. So I'm going to, again, use an existing one just so we don't have to recreate it. And I'm going to use the same one for my Link Whisper product. And let's do the TY page, and we're going to import that. Okay, let's look at that real quick, just to make sure we don't need to change anything. Okay, so you can see on my product pages, thanks for grabbing the plugin. There's a picture of it. Here's your order confirmation information, purchase information, and a form that they have to fill out when they purchase. Okay. All right, so that's good. We can go back and let's connect all of these pages together. Okay. All right, so let's go back. So our landing page, our freebie landing page is good, right? We set that form to go to the next step. And so that's going to take our people to the upsell page. So let's come in here. And you know how I was saying before that you need to put something at the top that's like, hey, thanks for grabbing our free resource. Let's go ahead and add a section. And let's take it up to the top. Okay. Now let's add a row. Add an element. Let's do a headline. And we'll just do, hey, thanks for grabbing our free resource. We've got another product you might like. Okay. And then we're going to add some buttons. And let's do a 2-column, and we're going to add an element and a button and an element and a button. Okay. And this one is going to say, let's see. No thanks. Just the free resource. And this one is going to say, show me more. Or something. You need to use your brand voice, your brand colors here, etc. Right? Okay. So this button, the no thanks, just send me to the free resource. We're going to come over here to where it says button actions, and we're going to click on this where it says open pop-up or whatever it says underneath button actions right here. And then you're going to click on step, and we are going to choose the test freebie thank you page. Okay. So if they just want the free resource, we're just going to send them to the thank you page for that resource. We don't want to make them read our product upsell. Okay. All right. And then for the show me more button, we are just going to have it scroll to an element. Okay. And it's going to be this element right here. So let's see if we can find that easily. Oops, wrong button. Okay, and that's the section right here. You know, because it outlined it in green. Okay, see how it's outlined in green here? All right, so let's save that. Publish it. Okay, and let's preview it. Okay, so if we click right here, it's going to take us to the thank you page for the freebie. Now, I made just a super generic run, but hopefully you make yours a little more well-rounded. Okay, and if they click on show me more, it's going to drop them down to this section so they can start learning about your upsell products. Okay. All right, now we need to scroll to the bottom of our upsell product page, okay? So what you need to do is you need to add a checkout form, all right? And let me just add one in here so I can show you. You don't have to worry about this part necessarily. So we want to add an element, okay? And you're just going to come down to, I had to move myself out of the way. You can either choose a 2-step order form or a 1-step order form, okay? So a 2-step order form, let me show you. It's going to grab their information first. And we can remove, like we would remove the address and all that stuff. We would probably remove the phone number unless you want to do like text campaigns, etc. Okay, company name, etc. And then on the second one, I had to sneeze and I figured you guys didn't want to see that. Okay, and then that's step number 1, and then when they go to step number 2, it actually shows the product information. Okay, so the reason 2-step order forms are useful is for if you are wanting to do like abandoned cart sequences, okay? Because it grabs that person's contact information and you have that contact information, even if they don't purchase your product. If you don't want to do that, like sometimes that can be, sometimes people don't want to go through the whole process, right? You can do a 1-step order form, and that's just everything all in one spot. Like it's going to give them your name and all that stuff, plus the product information, whatever you want to grab. Okay, so it depends on how you're planning to your marketing, whether you want to do a 1-step form or a 2-step form. Okay, but the information I need to give you is the same for either one. So let's come over here to advanced. Make sure you clicked on your form and come over here to on advanced. If you offer coupon codes, make sure you toggle that on. If you have terms and conditions, toggle that on. Okay. And make sure sticky contact is off. Okay. Scroll back up to the top. Now, shipping in your info, I just like to put like checkout below or something like that. Upgrade your order and save. You can take that out, or you can put something in there that is more fitting for your brand. If you want them to add their company name, you can. However, that's not really applicable for most of the people that like digital product creators are going to be servicing. So I like to just hide that. Full name, email address, yes. Phone number, I don't need their phone numbers because I don't do any SMS text marketing. So if you do and you want to collect their phone number, go ahead and put that there. I don't recommend making that a required field though, unless you just absolutely have to have it for some reason. Okay. If this is a digital product, we don't need shipping. So let's hide that. And then you've got your product information here, the item information down here, show their cart total, etc. Okay. And if you want to rename any of these things, you can edit those here. Like by default, the capital in item, I in item is little instead of being capital. Same with amount. So I like to fix that just so everything looks all balanced and everything, but you can change that to however you want to. And then the button text is right here, and you can change that if you want to. And you can also add subtext to it if you need to. Okay. And then you can edit this 100% secure and safe payments right here. Okay. Scroll down, cart mode, yes. Pricing information, yes. Order bumps, that's another video. Don't worry about that right now. Coupon codes, yes. Again, terms and conditions if you want to. Okay, let's go back to the general tab, and then we need to edit our button here, okay? You can change the color of it if you want to. You can have your brand colors in there and change it to whatever you want, okay? And, you can align it just like any other design information. Like I said, this isn't a design video, but I did want to show you a few of these elements. Scroll down once you get it designed how you want to. Scroll down, and we want to look at the button actions information right here, okay? So for this one, this is the freebie upsell page, okay? So this is going to have your product on it. And this we want to direct to our product thank you page. So we're going to click right here, select a step, click right here, oops, and then we're going to send them to the upsell thank you page. We're going to save. We're going to publish. Okay, now make sure you test these funnels all out yourself, right? You have to do that. I'm not going to go through the testing process right now because we do still need to set up the workflow real quick, but just make sure you test it when you're done, okay? All right, so we can close this or hit the back button and come back to your funnel. This one I need to refresh because it doesn't have that extra page on there. Now we need to go work on our funnel, okay? Oh, no, we don't. I forgot. On our upsell page, we have to connect our product. So click on your upsell page, come over here to products, click on that. We need to add a product. I chose the link whisper, so we'll just keep going with that. Add the price, product name, auto populates by default. And then there are some additional options down here if you need to. You can allow them to purchase more than once if it's a product that would be useful for. If not, just don't worry about additional products. And then click on save. Oh, I think I need to restart my computer. This is being obnoxious today. Okay, so we have that product saved, okay? If you had more than one product, you could add another product here if you needed to. All right, and then if you're, yeah, okay. So now we need to go do our automations, all right? So let's come over here to the left-hand side to automations, and we are just gonna create a new workflow. So we're gonna come up here to the top and click on create workflow. And I just start from scratch. If you do have recipes like from a snapshot or something, you might be able to do that, but I'm going to show you how to do it from scratch. So click that. First thing I always do is name my workflow so everything is organized, right? Test freebie with upsell workflow. And we're going to add a trigger, okay? So test freebie upsell workflow. Now, if your upsell is a product that you already have created and you already have a workflow for that product, you don't actually have to make a specific workflow just for this. I'll show you both ways, okay? So if your upsell is not on a standalone funnel, it's only like on this freebie page, then go ahead and make this. If you're going to be using your upsell product for more than one funnel upsell, I would just make a product workflow just for that product, okay? And what we can do is we'll add a new trigger. You can name this whatever it works for you, okay? Add new trigger, and we are going to look for payment received, okay? And this is going to be for link whisper. Okay, we're going to click on add filters. I always like to name my triggers and steps just so I know what's going on, right? So we're going to click on global product is, and again, this was for link whisper, so we'll just grab that again. Add filters, payment status is success, because if anybody tries to do this and has a failed payment, like it doesn't go through on their credit card, we don't want them to get access to this product, right? Add filter. You can select a product price if you need to, it doesn't matter. And then I also like to do the source. Now, yeah, let's do the source. And it's going to be a funnel, and we're going to save the trigger. Okay. Next, we need to come in and I like to tag anybody who purchases anything from me, right? So I'm going to do tag, add contact tag, select tag, and this is going to be Link Whisper, and I actually already have that tag created. If I typed that in and I didn't have a tag, like say I typed in Link Whisper and nothing came up right here, I would be able to just click the add new tag button and it would create that tag for me right here. Okay, so I would add a tag. If somebody purchases a product, depending on your product and how it's going to be delivered to them, if it's a product that you created inside of Subtrio, you're going to have to grant access. Okay, so we're going to have to do grant course grant offer, and then you would come down here and you would select what offer it is. Okay, I'm just going to pick one because I don't have one set up for Link Whisper. If you don't grant them that access, they're not going to have access to your product. And then I usually send myself an internal notification. If you want to do that, you can. And I usually send it by email. Your from email can just be your account. I like to use custom values, but you don't have to. You can just type in the information here if you want to. Email. Okay, and you can choose a user type. I'm just going to send it to a custom email. And I would just put my email address in here. And I don't necessarily have a template made up. This could just be a, hey, you made a sale. Congrats. You know, hey, you made a freebie upsell sale or whatever you wanted to say, okay? Then you would just click on save. Oh, I put my email in the subject line. Whoops. Don't do that. Subject line, freebie, upsell, sale. Okay. Then save. Now, the other thing that I like to do for my customers, and I would recommend you do the same for yours, is to add an email that they get sent, okay? And you're going to have to go create a template for this, but I'm just going to do, actually, let's look at that real quick, okay? Let's go back to our dashboard and marketing. And emails and templates. And you need to come in here, okay? Product UI emails. I'll show you what mine look like right now. Stick with the Link Whisper theme, okay? So basically, I just have a, hey, thanks for your purchase. Here's the information. Here's some information on it. Here's how you can access it. Here's any other information that they might need, okay? You would put that all in the template. So come back to your workflow, email. You can do, it's kind of like an order confirmation and a thank you, and here's how you get your product, okay? Again, you can use custom values, or you can just type in whatever you want it to be here, okay? These custom values on account pull from your business settings. So if you're wondering where those pull from. Account name, and we'll just take me out there. That way it shows up the same way for everybody. And then if you have a template, you don't have to worry about putting the subject in. Come down to templates, click on that, and find the one that you need. And it's going to auto populate the subject line. It's going to pop that in there, and then you can just click save. Okay. All right. So that is how you set up a workflow for delivering a product that you're using as an upsell for a freebie. Okay. Let me save this real quick. If the product that you're using for your upsell is a product that's also standalone, you don't have to create another workflow for the upsell, okay? As long as your product workflow has a trigger set up to be payment received, and the global product is your product in your upsell page, and the payment status is success, it's going to automatically trigger this workflow to run. Okay, so if you don't already have a workflow for your upsell product, you need to create one. If you do already have that workflow set up for that upsell product as a standalone product, it's going to go ahead and run again, even if somebody buys it as the upsell. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Again, you just have to set up 2 extra pages in your funnel and make sure you have a workflow set up so when people purchase your upsell product, it tags them and sends them an email and things like that. Okay, and if it's a product that you have created inside of Subtrio, like it's not just a digital delivery, make sure that you grant them course access as well. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will see you in the next video.